Welcome everybody to this new Let's Play series on Whampsville, New York by D-Tap Gaming. This is a forestry map and we're starting off with very basic equipment. We got a pickup with a bed and a small log trailer. We do own a small sawmill that's on the property, and we're starting with a $500,000 loan with $5,000 cash on hand. There are contracts on this map and we will do them, but that's not going to be the main focus. We're going to try to clear the area, which this is what we own so far. Going to clear the trees and build our house. Eventually, we want to have at least 5 fields, and I'm going to try to grow every crop, not including grapes and olives. For hand tools, we do have a selection of chainsaws and a axe, which we'll go ahead and take our axe, and we'll take our Husqvarna chainsaw. We will be allowed to lease equipment as soon as we get the money to do it. So we're going to go ahead and go in there and accept that first contract so we can have a little extra money. And I forgot to borrow the equipment. So we'll go ahead and cancel it and start working on some of these trees. Now, I do have the lumberjack mod that tells me whoops, wrong button. Okay, you can't delimb like that with that axe apparently. I don't like how you can't see the tree in the grass. I'm hoping this is big enough or light enough for us to carry. 189 kilograms, so it is. So let's pick it up, set it down. And this last piece is 209 kilograms, so just above our weight limit to pick up. I'm going to go grab my trailer to see, put that log against it to see exactly how long of a log we can actually put on that trailer. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description to a map tour of this map. It actually has 3 separate maps: a DIY map, a farmland map, and a forestry map. line this up about right there. And we need to cut it about right here. And that is how long our logs need to be for this trailer. Go ahead and run this other wood into our sawmill. Now I feel solid wood chips are way overpowered in Farm Sim 25, so I'm not going to do any wood chipping for money. But with this sawmill, the byproducts are wood chips. I will sell those, but I'm not going to get like a wood chipper or anything like that to make stupid amount of money. So let's go grab our log. And start cutting down some trees. Bar. The only reason I put this sawmill on here is if you start off in new farmer mode, you do start off with the maps sawmill. But I wanted to wait until we can actually afford that one to get it. But this way we can start getting some of the planks and beams for our house. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. There we go. Surprisingly, this one's light enough for us to carry. When I first started playing, I hated logging. But I watched a couple people doing logging series and it actually piqued my interest. Which I know they're fixing to start or I don't know if it's out quite yet or if it's soon to be released. They're going to be having a auto load log trailer for console coming out. That's one of the reasons I hated logging, was it was such a pain to load them up. All right, now that I got some trees cut up to put in our sawmill, I'm gonna cut some up to load in our trailer. Now bring it back in when we go to sell our first load of wood. All right, welcome back. I see we've cleared off a good bit of trees. I went ahead and just took the deadwoods to our sawmill because they don't pay as much. And for console players, here's a little secret if you don't know. See, I got these nice and lined up. You can take a small piece of liftable log and push stuff that's too heavy around to kind of straighten it up. Sometimes the stumps will give you problems, but it just helps get things in nice, neat packages. And then here's our first load. I kind of overloaded it, but it is what it is. So we'll head to the sawmill and see how much we actually get. I had to deactivate the lumberjack mod because for some reason when I was delimbing the trees, it would delete the whole tree. So there's 3 or 4 of those that I lost out of because of the lumberjack mod not functioning correctly. I'm not saying it's the mod's fault. It could have been something I was doing. I just telling you what happened. I like how the trees are set up on this map. It's all, for the most part, straight trees, which I like. If you go onto like New Frontier or some of the other forestry maps, you have trees that like oaks and stuff that they don't really cut easily for sale, which is more realistic, but in the end, there's nothing but a game, so I prefer not to have those types of trees. Yeah, this truck doesn't like an overloaded trailer, that's for sure. Another thing I like about this map is how they did the sawmill here. I guess you cannot sell to the sawmill unless you own it. So we'll go to the other sell point on the map. See if I can make this turn. Now this Lizard Incorporated basically acts like a sell everything. But before you come here for the first time, you gotta come over here and open the gate. All right, we'll take the tension straps off and we'll sell the wood. Not bad, $10,000 for that load. Go ahead and fill the trailer up now that we're empty. Oops. One thing I learned, it won't let me do it from this view, or yeah, which should. I don't know. Let's get out here and so I can see better. Yeah, you could extend this trailer out, which is a nice little feature to have. Looks like you get another 4 or 5 foot of tree on there. Okay, I'm gonna take some time and sell some more wood. We have 22,000 liters in our own sawmill, which most of that was dead wood and little bits at the ends of trees that weren't quite the length I wanted them for the trailer, so I just threw them in our sawmill. Okay, and I guess I'll see y'all later on. And welcome back in. I've taken 5 loads to the sell point, so you see our money's up quite a bit. Our first load, we got $9,823. Second load, we got $12,022. Third, we got $12,240. The fourth load, we got $11,041. And the fifth load, we got $16,281. Now, I took screenshots of that. Future me can figure out how to edit that in. Then we'll take this part out and you'll actually see the screenshots. Our sawmill has produced some wood, so we're going to go ahead and deliver this to our home building project. also need 2,000 liters of lead or iron pipes. So we'll run to the warehouse and buy those because we don't have the facilities to produce those yet. Now, I've never done these constructibles. You automatically start with this one on the map. But I have seen people do them, and they don't seem to be really worth the money with what they're cheap to place, but if you have to buy everything for them, it's a lot more than what it would be just to go into your build menu and place something. There are collectibles on this map, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find them. I think you get 10,000 per collectible. And then you also have these signs, which just gives you little information. And they're collectible, but they don't give you nearly as much money. I think it's like 200 bucks. Yeah, $200. And this is telling you there's different, 3 different maps. Now, when this map first came out, this building was not here. This is your shop. You weren't able to access the store from here. For some reason, there was a collision. And then you have a electric charger and a gas pump here. There's your repair trigger behind there. And this is the warehouse. So we need iron pipes. Ooh, 6,500 a pallet, and we need 2 of them. Oh well, gotta have it. All right. We do have 600 liters of iron pipes right here on this forklift that you own the iron pipes to begin with, but you don't own the forklift. You can use it, you just don't own it. Oopsies. That's not what I wanted to do. We'll go ahead and take these to the shop. We made it to the shop at 11 miles per hour. We'll go ahead and load up these iron pipes on the truck. And grab these other two pallets. I think we'll just keep this forklift up here for us to use. I was hoping I could get both. This way we can save money on leasing. We're not having to lease a forklift to load stuff we get from the warehouse. Come on, get off there. Okay, we're going to cheat because it ain't 400 work. We're going to turn super strength on. And it's not letting me pick it up because it's on the forklift. Got this one. And then we'll reset this. We can't reset this vehicle because we don't own it. It doesn't have tension straps, does it? Nope, no tension straps. There we go. I don't know what's up with that word collision. This out of the way. And we'll head back down to the farm. No, not farm, yeah, homestead. But I guess since we're right here, we'll go ahead and check out these signs. I'm saying that right here, you can activate this sign to remove all the NPCs. And once you do that, you can sell their land or buy their land and sell everything that's on it. See, I really hope you enjoy this feature, Customize NPCs without LUA script. This means you may soon see more maps from other creators implementing this as well. This specific task took me weeks to figure out, not including the time spent creating custom conversations, even if they are short and sweet. I think DTAP Gaming did a good job with this map. The only thing I don't like about it is the grass. It's too tall. If you cut down a tree, you will lose it in the grass, which is a minor thing. But all in all, this is a good map. And we'll chop off our iron pipes. Apparently, we can only hold 2,000 iron pipes, so we'll just set this here for now. Oh, and I was mistaken earlier. When I had the axe, I said you couldn't trim the, well, I don't have it on me now, trim the branches off. You can. I just forgot to squat down, so and with the tree helper mod, I got them set to 6 meters, which is where our trailer handles. So I could just run down here. And cut at the lines. I just want to show you the stacking process. I'll go ahead and trim this branch off. And we already got more wood showing up in our sawmill. We have 31,000 liters in here. I don't know how quickly it's gonna run through that, but we'll go ahead and go sleep for the night and see what's what in the morning. Alright, we are now in September. and we got quite a bit of wood cut out. And we got 14,000 liters left in here. Wow, now we need 10,000 liters of cement bags. So let's find the truck. Hope I didn't leave it running all night. I did. And then let's go to our time saver stock check after it saves. Okay, planks are selling the most at the warehouse. I don't know why it gives me a place to say to sell the long planks because it won't pay me at my house. And then wood beams will sell at the billable NPC house no trigger. So we'll tag that place and grab our beams. I love the liftable pallet mods. The only downfall to the liftable pallets is it doesn't always let you lift every pallet. Like custom pallets for maps, like on Silver Run Forest, rolls of iron and stuff specific for that map. It won't let you lift. All right, we got 5,000 liters of wood beams loaded up. That is a steep driveway. Oh, and it does not sell. All right, so we're going to have to do some quick math. Let's see, 5,423. You know what? We'll just chalk that up as to learning. We'll go grab our other wood pallets and take it to the lizard sell-all. I figured that would work because on BR157, I think, or the Brazilian map, there is a farm that you don't own that has greenhouses on it. You can actually sell seeds there to the greenhouse, because greenhouse requires seeds, water, and fertilizer to grow. But since you don't own it, it acts as a sell point. I figured these buildables would do the same. Eventually I'm going to want to get a flatbed trailer to pull behind this truck. See if I can pick up all three at the same time. Surprisingly, yes. Yeah, I tried. Alright, and I'll see y'all down at the cell station. Alright, and now we're at the sell point. Let's see how much we will get for this. $27,000 so far, but for some reason it's not selling. There it goes. So 34,000. So now that we have basically 98,000, if that one sell point was actually a sell point, we'd probably have close to 110,000 right now. But yeah, about 25,000 more. So yeah, probably closer to 120,000. But we'll run by the store and we're gonna lease some equipment because we have a ton of stumps on our land where we cut down those trees that we need to get rid of. I'm not quite ready to buy just yet. Okay, the game did not like me trying to use AI workers, so we'll just park this here for now and go into the store menu. Let's see what they got on sale. That would be nice, but we are nowhere near financially ready for that. Challenger is actually a pretty solid tractor. Alright, so nothing I really want there. We're going to get this old Farmall 1260. Let's see. We're going to go with the canopy and release that. And then we'll also come down here. I think I just passed it. Yep. We're going to leave just this Bednar Batwing. The trash fan. We'll leave everything else the same. I'm hoping this tractor will actually handle this mower, which we'll find out in a sec. Seems to be pulling it with no problem. So go ahead and fold it back up and drive it down to the farm. And I'll see you all when we get there. We've made it back to the homestead. Try and get this unfolded. Now this mower has different functions on it. You got a stump grinder, a destroyer, a mower, a bush hog, and a swath mower, and a mulcher. To me, this is the easiest way to get rid of stumps. That is as long as you cut them low enough to go over. Now where that came from, I don't know. But we'll haul over to our sawmill in a minute. You know, sometimes the stump's a little too tall. You could raise this up, drive up a little bit, and then lower it on top of the stump. I'm show you the destroyer mode. It will destroy the grass, in theory. You see it's getting rid of it, but this grass will grow back next month. Yeah, looks like I missed a stump over here. Let's see if I can push these logs out of the way so I get this one. Yes. Okay, we'll fold this up. Go and park this in our garage. Straighter. And now we'll go pick up our truck that we left at the shop. Actually, I want to see if I can upgrade the engine on it. Customize. Let's see, 401 horsepower, a 10-speed manual transmission, 10-speed automatic at 445 horsepower. I say we go ahead and do it. All right, and that'll do it for this episode of Whampsville, New York on Deep South Gaming. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. And thank you for Deep South Gaming.